Hello, and welcome to possibly the biggest Wednesday of the year, June 26, 2013, in which three big things happened, but one of them is still happening, so I'm only going to talk about the two court cases which were decided earlier today. So, first off, there was U.S. v. Windsor, which struck down the Defense of Marriage Act. I think that's what it stands for. I'm like 99% sure that it stands for, but if I'm wrong, I'm extremely sorry. Every time I think about it, all I call it is DOMA, so. But it struck down DOMA, which is a huge, awesome, great thing for LGBTQ couples, because now gay marriages are considered to be, or at least they've been prevented from being considered as second-class marriages. So, hopefully that's leading on the way to good things. It's more like a starting step in the right direction. And also, other big thing that happened today, Supreme Court also released its opinion on Hollingsworth v. Perry. They ruled today that Proposition 8 did not have legal standing to appeal to the U.S. District Courts, which means that gay marriage will eventually be back on in California once they go around implementing that, which is honestly fantastic. We're hopefully on the right direction towards complete equal rights. We're nowhere near the end of it, but hopefully we'll get there eventually. The third thing that happened today, more happened yesterday, was a very worrying event. And I'm not entirely sure if I should talk about it, seeing as it seems that the events are still sort of playing out and that the facts are sort of up in the air still. But I'm just going to check a name really quick. Okay, so I do have it right. Wendy Davis, the senator a Democratic senator in Texas, filibustered yesterday for 13 hours to end at midnight to keep a bill that would basically shut down nearly all abortion centers in Texas, which is saying something, especially since Texas is remarkably big. But anyways, she filibustered for 13 hours to keep this bill that would essentially make abortion impossible in Texas legally. She filibustered for 13 hours, and basically the other senators threw every rule in the book at her, which was kind of extreme because, I mean, most people, they might go with no leaving the room. I mean, well, if they're doing an actual stand-up and talk filibuster, which she was, they might do something like no leaving the room and no stopping talking for 1 minute. She had no eating, no drinking, no leaving the room, no going to the bathroom, no leaning on a bench, only relevant content, which turned out to apparently not. There was actually a big argument about this. Relevant content apparently does not include actual relevant content, which is dumb because there have been actual filibusters in which people have read the phone book, and that was okay. But talking about abortion clinics in a filibuster about abortion is apparently not allowed. See, I really don't know all the facts on this, which is why I was hesitant to talk about it, but now that I've already gotten into talking about it, I might as well keep going. So, after the 13 hours, she finally stopped, and this is where the details get a bit fuzzy because everybody's still like really up in arms about it and stuff. But from what I know, and please correct me if I'm wrong, because if there's one thing I like more than being right, it's being wrong and being corrected, so that I no longer have that wrong information in my system. But as far as I can tell, she had to stop for some reason, and the audience in the room started screaming so that nobody could actually hold a vote until midnight, which would end the session. And then they voted on the bill anyways at 12:02, which is, I'm fairly sure, technically illegal. And so the bill didn't pass eventually, but only after they went through, but only after there was a semi-large and very fast legal battle as to whether it actually counted, and it turned out to not. So Texas still has its abortion clinics and hospitals which provide abortion services, which is awesome, but then again, we had to go through all of this to get there, so not as awesome. This has been a current events video, which has turned out surprisingly well considering the usual qualities of my videos. So, my name is John, and hopefully I will have similar stuff to talk about in the future regarding steps towards the same direction. Alright. My name is John, I'm your Wednesday commentator, and I will see you next week.